Alright, we clearly know that you guys don't have access to Microsoft, or not all of you do. So this will be a little bit different than the way I typically teach this class. What I'm going to do first is just go through some of the basics on Word. So your experience with Word will come more through these videos than your own hands-on experience. So we'll just kind of do the best we can with that, and I can answer any questions that you might have. So first thing here, I went and go ahead and open up the program, and anytime I want to start just from scratch, I'm going to go ahead and go here to the blank document and click on it. But you will see that the computer has other templates that I could use, and up here at the top I can specifically search for things like a resume or a flyer, okay, and they have different categories too. So if I go to business, I might find some other resumes or things in the business category there. Alright, so I double click and start here with my new blank document. We'll go ahead and just kind of take a tour of this, and then I'll have a question for you to answer, and then that'll kind of be the lesson for today. So upper left hand corner here, we've got our shortcut menu, and this is customizable. So I can add or remove anything to this that I want. Let's say, for example, I want a spelling and grammar check option up here. If I click on it, now it appears up at the top, and I have a quick way to find that button. And I can always go back in and remove that if I don't want it by clicking on it again. Okay, the upper right, or excuse me, the middle is going to be the name of our document. So I have not saved this yet, so it's just by default is called document 1. Something to keep in mind that's really important with your files is saving them correctly to the correct location, having some form of organization so that you can find that file. So you want to give it a specific name, but you also want to keep that name short. Then over here on the right side, we have our ability to minimize, maximize, or restore, and close the program. Okay, across the top we have our tabs. So each one of these buttons here is a tab, and when I click on it, you'll see that our screen changes. Okay, each of these tabs affects this big menu, which is called the ribbon. Within this ribbon, we've got all sorts of tools. We have different groups, so clipboard group, font group, paragraph group, styles, and editing. So throughout this class and these videos, I'll always refer to, or if I was directing you to find something, I'll always say go to, for example, this tab, and then a group, and then find the button. So go to the home tab, go to the paragraph group, and find the bulleted list button. That's kind of how that will go. Okay, so each tab changes the ribbon and gives me a different tools within different groups. Up here at the top we have our ruler, and I always encourage that we leave the ruler on. This is going to show us if we were to print on a standard 8.5 by 11 page printer paper. This ruler will show me exactly where everything is located. Okay, for some reason in Microsoft, the newer versions, your ruler will not appear automatically, and so we need to turn that on by going to the View tab, the Show group, and making sure this box is checked. Okay, this is what it would look like for you, and then you'd want to check this to make sure that ruler is on. Then we have our actual document here. Okay, the nice thing is it looks exactly like a piece of paper, so you have great control over this document, and you can see very clearly what it would look like if it was printed. Yeah, I can scroll up or down to view different parts of the document. And then finally, we have the bottom section. Down here is our kind of status area. It will tell me how many pages or words or even characters I have. And this also is customizable. So if you right click anywhere on this menu down here, you have, like our quick access toolbar, you have a customizable status bar. So I could choose what line number I'm on, click on it, and down here it'll now tell me what line I'm on. Okay, we have our different views, so we can go into different views down here. And then finally, we can zoom in and out. I would say this is completely up to you. If you're someone that is fine, you have great eyesight and you want to see more of the document at a time, go ahead and zoom out. If you don't have the best eyesight and you want to zoom in, that is perfectly fine as well. And your ruler is going to adjust. Okay, so this is an inch right here, which is clearly a pretty large amount of space, but that's because we are zoomed in so far. Okay, down here I can click anywhere on this slider to zoom quickly. I can click and drag this from left to right to zoom in or out. I can hit my minus or plus signs, which increases by 10% at a time. I can click on the actual percentage number and pick the exact percentage I want right here. So you have several options when it comes to zooming in and out and finding the correct view. Alright, for your question today, I want you to name one group from the Home tab. So in the question, just go ahead and write down one of the group names from the Home tab.